Just 16 months ago, Arne Duncan became the United States Secretary of Education, as it happens the same day as the inauguration of President Obama. Given the demands on his schedule, we're very grateful for the Secretary for joining us for our centennial commencement. I will add it's also a personal pleasure to share the stage briefly with another, though younger, lefty basketball player. As with our other honorary degree recipients, however, this is about more than inviting well-known people to celebrate a centennial. It is really about recognizing our 100 years of history and propelling us and our graduates of 2010 into the years ahead. Each honorary degree recipient has shown us in different ways how creativity, skill, commitment, and engagement are used to noble ends, addressing challenges and offering insights that are worthy of the human intellect and spirit. In that first academic year of Lesley in 1909, our country even then had substantial educational challenges. There were very few colleges. Only some of the very wealthy went to college. There were still very few high schools. Most people had no formal education beyond 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. And there were very few places where you could learn how to design and deliver an educational program for young children, a task undertaken in full by Edith Lesley. And now, 100 years later, we face even more complex educational challenges. As the Secretary of Education, Secretary Duncan is involved in challenges that range from school reform to school finance, from standardized testing to digital portfolios, from traditional classroom instruction to technology-mediated learning, from early childhood education to lifelong learning, from the traditional nonprofit colleges and universities to the growing for-profit sector, from teacher training to teacher professional development, and from that historic focus on classic pedagogy with the teacher at the center of the class to a new focus on learning neuroscience with the student at the center of the class. And with each of these and many other challenges, the Secretary must also consider the ever-constant dialogue about the federal role in education and what the federal government should do to promote educational equity and quality beyond sending federal funds to the states and their districts. We welcome Secretary Duncan here to help us celebrate our history and today's graduates, but we also want him to know that here is an institution with talented faculty, students, and alumni committed to the ideals that are reflected in his own life story. From the diverse range of children he first met as a youngster at his mother's after-school program, to his adolescent days on Chicago's basketball courts, to his time here in Cambridge and later in Australia, then back to the city of Chicago, and now to D.C. We share the same goals for meaningful educational opportunity, for addressing the achievement gap, for using technology in student-centered ways to enhance learning, for supporting creativity and artistic expression in our schools and communities, and for training the best teachers in the country to teach our increasingly diverse range of students in many different environments. Secretary Duncan, welcome back to Boston and Cambridge, and welcome to Lesley University. And I now ask that Secretary Duncan and Provost McKenna please come forward.
Secretary Arne Duncan, as United States Secretary of Education, you have identified education as the most pressing issue facing America. A highly recognized educational leader and talented team builder, your career has prepared you well for the challenges before you. You have created greater educational opportunities for students, especially urban children. Leading the Chicago Public Schools, you brought together a team of education reformers, educators, and business stakeholders to open more than 100 new schools. You expanded after-school and summer learning programs increased early childhood education and college access, and fostered public-private education partnerships. As the leader of the Aerial Education Initiative, you helped fund college education for a class of inner-city children under the I Have a Dream program. You have been the recipient of numerous awards which recognize your ability to inspire people with different agendas to work together on learning environments in which all students can succeed. Since your appointment in January 2009 as the U.S. Secretary of Education, you have demonstrated a commitment to all learners, to multiple paths to prepare highly effective teachers, and to multiple forms of assessment and accountability. You clearly speak from your own experience about our major educational challenges, including the achievement gap that divides our country and the need for all colleges and universities to be engaged in solving these challenges. As the nation's top educator, you balance the urgent need for substantial education reform with the practicalities of politics, school finance, state and local controls of schools, and the dramatic economic differences among our country's communities and their schools. You and Lesley University share an unwavering belief, confirmed through experience, in the ability of highly effective teachers to help children learn and to become confident, lifelong learners that strengthen families and communities. As one of the nation's leading providers of teacher education, Lesley University looks forward to partnering with you in the pursuit of our common goals. In recognition of your accomplishments and your commitment to a quality education for all, regardless of the circumstances of family, geography, income, or race, Lesley University is proud to confer upon you the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters, given in Boston, Massachusetts on the 19th day of May in the year 2010.